Savage Dragon number 40 from July of 1997. This is a pretty fun issue. Check out the dragon with his white go-go boots on. Ooh la la. So this would be a good jumping on point for new readers back in the day. After 5 years, Dragon is starting a new line of work. He's leaving the police force and he's joining the government-funded superhero group Special Operations Strike Force, or the SOS. But on to the credits. Erik Larsen writes and draws everything. Chris Eliopoulos letters. And Josh Eckhorn can't face the day without a throatload of Cheese Whiz. On to the issue here. So in the Mars Attacks Image crossovers, Youngblood was killed. But, in our world here, Rob Liefeld has left Image Comics and he's taken his characters with him. But in this universe, no more Youngblood. But the government still wants a superhero team to serve that role. So they want Super Patriot to create a new team, a new Youngblood. But he turns down the offer. Meanwhile, She-Dragon has been hired by the Chicago police force to replace the dragon. And she sucks. She gets knocked out by this dork immediately. Luckily, the original dragon shows up and he takes this dude out because Dragon has started a gig as a bounty hunter, and this guy was wanted. So anyway, She-Dragon will get better at fighting one of these days, but as of right now, she gets her ass kicked for a long time. So then Horde, the Leech Man, who controls the Vicious Circle and also the chief of police, he's responsible for Mendoza suspending Dragon from the police force. But he still wants the dragon dead. So he sends every single member of the Vicious Circle to take out the dragon once and for all. However, what they didn't know is that Dragon has been holding on to a Martian shrink ray. I mentioned Mars Attacks earlier, which is canon in Savage Dragon. And Savage Dragon was on Mars. There are flying saucers on Earth. And apparently he has a Martian shrink ray gun. So he just starts blasting all these dudes. And he shrinks the entire Vicious Circle down to an inch high. And they run away in despair. And then Dragon, he freaking destroys the gun. Which, I guess no more using that as a plot device. But once was enough. Especially for the payoff here at the end. Where the tiny gang comes home and starts hollering at the Horde to help them get out of this situation. It's one of my favorite things in the book so far. The comedy's just great, and it just comes out of left field in the best way for this story. The tone shift, from menacing to comedy is top notch. Nobody else does comics like Erik Larsen does. Case in point here, the head of Cyberface has replaced Hitler's brain as the operator of the Brainy Ape. And the Chicken Man powerhouse is aghast at this revelation. He's alive. And over here, Dragon accepts the job that the Super Patriot turned down. And he's going to lead a new version of Youngblood on 2 conditions. 1, he gets to pick the team members. And 2, he's going to change the name of the team. He doesn't like Youngblood. So the SOS is created, the Special Operations Strike Force, which Dragon starts recruiting members for. Freak Force, obviously. And then the underground homeless freaks like The Rock. He's just giving jobs to his neediest friends, basically. There's a few other plot lines I didn't mention in the interest of brevity. But this was an excellent issue of Savage Dragon. 5 years covered so far, from 1992 to 1997. Went by pretty fast. Let's continue with this issue. This is a strange series of pinups by Victor Bridge and Terry Austin. Dragon is like being tested, and Rapture is there, watching him struggle with this test, which he passes it, I guess, which pisses off this dude who's conducting it for some reason. No fucking clue, but it's something. Then the letters page, no fan art, just 7 pages of questions and reactions to the recent issues from all your favorite fanatics. And Erik Larsen mentions that The SOS was actually a team that he created as a kid called the Society of Superheroes back when he was doing his, childhood comics. And so now he's just paid to recreate the comics he drew as a kid, like Sex and Violence here. Let's see. That's it. Next up, there's a wedding in issue 41.